Welcome to Behind the Mirror podcast. Thank you for watching, listening, liking and subscribing. I'm Lisa.
Hi, I'm Laura.
And I'm Gary.
Welcome back, Gary.
Hello,
Nice
good to be back.
I just couldn't keep you away.
Oh, you couldn't keep me away. Like, I wanted to be here as
It's
soon as I
lovely
could.
to have you back. I was really excited for today.
Yeah.
I'm so glad it's kind of the new year starting as a team again.
I
And
know,
all
it's
that
cool.
sort of stuff.
I know.
I love how we've just stayed in contact kind of
Yeah.
since that episode. I didn't realise how much we would be
Do you not think it's
conversing.
amazing though how like you can just click with people though, and they just like they're just they're the same type of person as you. That's what happened to me and Lisa, and then it's like I feel like it's happened to you as well.
That's really
It's-
cool. No, I genuinely like, as soon as I went home, I was got the girls
Yeah.
are lovely.
Oh, thanks.
Lovely, lovely, lovely.
My Nana is an avid watcher of our podcast. She's been 21 a few times. And I was going to say the age, which may not like that. And she texts me and she was like, he's a lovely guy.
Oh, that's what's your Nana's name?
I think there's a
Hello, Jean. Thanks
She
for
watches us
likes and
every week.
subscribing.
Bless her. She's so sweet.
I think there's a lot to be said though about how people come across, and I think you can get a feel for like people that are genuine. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's like a lot of people that watch the podcast. I think that's why it's done so well, because people like we're just normal people in the industry. We're not trying to be anything we're not, and try to put up like this kind of like front for anything. Do you know what I
Because
mean?
I remember when we were coming, at first I thought everyone was going to be in the room when we were filming, and I thought, oh God, is this going to be really awkward?
It can be quite intimidating, and
But
yeah.
even straight away, I just feel like I'm having a
Yeah.
conversation. Like I don't even think there's
I know, because
cameras.
sometimes you do talk and you think, oh my God, I forgot that's all recorded. There's things that like, oh God,
I
Laura.
think when we first started, some of the stuff, it was like you're so worried to say anything
Yeah.
because you can
Yeah.
trigger people. I mean, like, right, so let's talk a wee bit about your last episodes.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
talked about hanging about with guys that were flamboyant and you didn't really realise you could be your own person. How triggering was that on Instagram and TikTok? People went mental over the fact that
Yeah.
Gary shared his story and it was like, you're allowed to be flamboyant. And it was
Yeah.
like, lads.
But that
didn't
was
say I
one of the
wasn't.
comments though, and it said like the guy's just talking about his life. Like nobody's saying that you have to be any other way.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I wasn't criticising anyone
no.
that is camp or flamboyant or whatever. You do you. Like
Yeah.
it would be so boring if we were all the same.
I know,
But
you're allowed to give your own opinion on your life. Like
I was actually speaking to one of the fellas outside, and you can't believe some of the things that come at you for. So I remember a good couple of years ago, I was talking about, how all these young girls are cutting about in these tiny, tiny wee
Yeah.
shorts. Tiny, right?
like Lisa.
No, I said young girls.
Oh, Gary, I'll have you know I burned 12 layers off my skin with some retinol, and actually,
It looks great.
I said it looks brilliant.
See, when I was standing outside watching his film earlier, I was like, they look great. Like, you really, really do. You look amazing.
And then we'll see the clips, and it'll be like cameras added £20, and actually, skin looks like an
She's
elephant's leg,
obsessed
but
with
that's
it.
okay.
But I'd says, who's allowing their children out with these tiny shorts on? And I was going to say, there's predators out there. I says,
Yeah.
you shouldn't have to think about that. And someone says, well, you're the problem. And I went, listen, sweetheart, you've definitely got the wrong guy if you think I'm the problem. I'm actually looking out for your possible daughter.
Yeah.
And being ogled at by men, see the amount of women that came from me saying, we should be allowed to wear what you want. And I'm going, that's true. You should be able to go swimming in the water in Australia, but they're
Yeah,
sharks.
I know, that's the thing.
that's a good point.
Unfortunately, you should be able to, but unfortunately, you can't.
You can't.
Like, I know. It's a bit like you should be able to leave your door unlocked, but you can't because, people will rob your house.
People just walk in.
Yeah, it's like, I know whether you
Yeah,
think you
actually-
should be able to.
Yesterday, my next door neighbour borrowed a couple of chairs. She was having a dinner party and she needed extra chairs, and that was fine. And I kind of forgot all about it. And then later, and it was like 8:30 at night, somebody walked in the front door. But she's got a daughter, so the daughter hadn't thought about knocking the door. So she just walked in. I am not joking. A bit of me died inside. I was like, somebody's just walked in my front door. Why?
Right, so here's the thing. If you've had a parcel
I
delivered...
knew you were going to say this, and it's
This
not happened to me.
It
but
happened to me
one of my
again the
clients.
other day, right? It's not happened to me for ages, but they opened the door and then the guy threw the parcel in, took a picture, because I was in the living room, I could see him, and I was like, whoa, what's happening here? And he threw the parcel on the floor, took a picture, and then closed my door and rang the doorbell and went away. And I was like...
But I
He
think-
opened your door.
I've heard them do this a lot. The drivers actually opening your front door.
Yeah.
I don't think they're checking to see if anyone's in.
No,
but it's just a firing
it's
it in.
a quickness and a convenience thing, right? But there's still, and as much as I would much rather the parcel was delivered, right? It doesn't need to be in the house, even if you left it at the door. It still makes me feel a bit weird.
So like mine, just leave it on the step or round the back.
No. Well, sorry, no, I don't know if it's just maybe like if your door's unlocked.
They like you.
I don't know, but I mean, it was just like a normal guy. But
No, I've heard of it.
It's weird.
One of my clients, that happened to her, and she says, "Listen, please never do this again." And the guy was like, "Oh, I'm just trying to deliver."
I
and she's
get
like,
why.
"Please don't do that again." And then on the other hand, I get something delivered from ASOS.
It's annoying if you'd miss it though.
Well, it is annoying if you miss it, but I've got a garage. But for some reason, somebody's been putting them in the back of my house. And it had been raining, and my Adidas cardboard box was soaked right through. Luckily, they were in plastic containers. Can you imagine that was a pair of trainers or something like that, and they've just left it? And I'm like, there's actually a summer house in the back garden, just open that.
Well, remember they used to leave them in the bins and things, and a lot of people's bins were
Well,
getting
do you know the
empty.
Timo thing that we reviewed? That's where they'd left that. It was very nearly in the recycling, which is maybe where.
Yeah, I think as long as you've got a note to say where it is, but yeah, I don't know. It just, I thought, I forgot that some of them do that. And it just, I mean, I was in the living room with Jude as well. But even, I think, because I was there and I seen it happening and it was fine. But if I was up the stairs, I think there's something quite unsettling coming down. There's a parcel in your living room, in your porch, because you think somebody's been in my house and I've been up the stairs. Like, how do you know?
I think especially because you've got kids there as well. With the two you've got kids, that would freak me out a little bit more.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it.
I'm quite lucky. Like Hallie's kind of like, if she was a dog, she'd be one of the ones that would not want to go to new people. Whereas, you get a Labrador that's like, love me, love me, love me. Yeah, Hallie's not that. So it's actually, she would scream. She would be the doorbell if someone came in. Be like,
yeah.
So, how was your Christmas? Because we've not seen you.
I know, it was really, really good actually.
Birthday.
Yeah,
and your birthday.
And your birthday as
well.
well.
Let's two birthdays.
Yeah, it was great. It seems, you'll know what I'm talking about. You kind of get caught up in the whole Christmas rush sort of a thing. I sometimes think it's great, especially with being my 40th. I was spoilt rotten. Like honestly, like I was so spoilt by my partner and my clients and all that sort of a stuff.
Yeah.
But I always think, it's great, I'm getting all these presents, but I'm now going out to buy presents for everyone else because it's Christmas. But then that sounds selfish, but do you know what I mean? But I was very, very overwhelmed. Very overwhelmed. I remember sitting that night and being like that.
Yeah.
Just buzzing. And then like 2 girls that I met last year when me and my partner went on holiday, they turned up at the salon. I had no clue they were coming. And kind of a bit like you, I only met them last May.
Okay.
And I swear in my life, I just hit off with them so well. So see her even just turning up, I was like, but I was going to put on my Instagram story, I was going to say, please nobody turn up unannounced today. I am back to back. I do not have space to speak. And New Year was great as well. What about you guys?
Well, I'm back to work tomorrow. I was in the middle for a bit, and actually every year I think, why do I do that? So I was in the Monday and the Tuesday, only for like a couple hours, but it's hard to see that bit in the middle and you think, why am I doing this to myself? Do you know the only reason probably I am is because the salon's open and I couldn't be that salon owner that didn't do it as well. I feel like it just wouldn't be right.
Yeah, you can't make your team go in and you don't go in.
To be fair though, I do give them the option. Like
they're paid to do that. It's not like they're going in by the free bill.
No, I know, but I think there's a huge amount of respect to you that you're also doing it. Yeah. Like I remember being, when I was younger and I was a waitress, you had more respect for those that were doing the same job as you.
Yeah.
Especially at the times where, Christmas Day was mandatory for us as a waitress. Like absolutely you had to do it. But so did all the bosses. Yeah. Because I think there would have been a riot if we'd all gone in and
fair.
Yeah.
But I like to work in between. I hate the.
Do you find it too long to be off?
I find it far too long. I don't know why. I just think I'm aware of how much money I'm spending when I'm off.
Yeah, I suppose there's that as well.
It's a fortune.
I've done really well because everything was shut. I also had no car for a month, so that
Amazon's
helped.
not shut.
I own most of Amazon.
I actually mean more like even just going to the shop daily. Like I don't know about you. I don't do a weekly shop because I'll think pardon me, I'll buy that and I'll make lasagna and it gets to Thursday and I can't be bothered making lasagna, so I get to take away and then the mince is off and so I go like probably once every 2 days.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm noticing. So I just think
and
I'm
you always
spending all
pick
this
up
money.
more, don't you, when you're at the shop every day?
Good thing is I don't need to buy chocolates, I'll tell you that.
Oh, you got loads.
I sent you a picture.
Wow.
Oh wow, yeah, you did. And
I actually brought some in for the guys today as well. That's the ones on reception. I was like, guys, thanks for having me. But they're for everybody. But I thought, it's nice to give the guys something as well.
And you can't have too much as well because, apart from anything else, there is only a sell-by date of so long.
I don't know if you've seen the picture. I'll show you. I will show you.
See, when I was training, the thing to get from clients was biscuits. Everybody bought in tins of biscuits.
I know, we got a few of them. There's definitely an age group that gives you biscuits though.
So I don't have that now, but yeah, we're definitely training. We would have boxes upon boxes of biscuits because people would have a coffee or a tea and then their biscuits. So they obviously just thought, they'll go through biscuits.
I know.
And you're like, your waistband's getting more expanded.
We tend to give them out to clients and things when it's stuff like that.
That's what I do as well. Yeah. But here's something actually, what do you think about this? So maybe about 3-4 years ago, I started saying to my clients, I'm like, listen, I really appreciate you bringing me this in. They would bring me in wine, all this sort of stuff. I went, I do not like wine.
Stuff that you wouldn't drink.
I don't like wine. I says, and I'd rather you don't waste your money. I says, I'm not going to lie, I'm gifting it on because I do not drink. I says, if you want to get me, I think could you please just get me a couple of bottles of Stella.
If you feel like you want to get me something, then
I would rather you're not wasting your money.
Yeah.
And at first I was like, is that really cheeky to say? But then I'm like, I would rather know I'm getting something that I want. If someone wants to give something that I'm going to enjoy.
Yeah, because people will get you something regardless. So I would rather buy something that I know you like. Well, there's Lisa got you a lemon drizzle cake because you know you like lemon drizzle.
We'll just tell the listeners of that. So there I am. I'm texting Gary saying on your episode I'm going to get Laura a birthday cake because she doesn't get one on. Well, she gets one, but they sometimes forget to do it.
My mum made sure I got it, by the way.
So sometimes they forget. So I'm going to get her a birthday cake, and then I'm kind of thinking that's fine because I was going to get Gary one anyway. And then he comes back and goes, "Does she even like cake? Because I don't like cake." And I was like, "Oh my days!" Apart from lemon drizzle, I was like, "That'll be me going back to the shop then, will it?" Of course, because I am not Mary Betty over here going to be about to cook the thing.
Not even thinking anything like it.
Mary Betty, who is she?
Mary
Crocker, whatever.
Mary.
One of these folk. I'm not it. I have many a talent in life, and I can tell you baking is absolutely not one of them.
I've actually got a great recipe for a Mary Berry lemon and lime cheesecake. Actually.
Oh, but you can bring that in the next time.
I will actually.
I don't like lemon and lime cheesecake. I only like Biscoff.
I can make it with Biscoff base.
Oh wow!
I normally make it with hobnobs.
No, I'm only kidding.
I love
just hilarious. Like, so I'm thinking I'm all organised. I've got a cake. I've got some candles.
Obviously, I didn't know that, but again, I do not like chocolate cake, so. I'm glad I says to you, I did not expect you to get me a cake. I'm so glad you got Laura one because obviously she shares her birthday with Jesus.
Her birthday with Jesus.
But again, I'm glad I told you because you would have got me a chocolate cake and it went in the bin because I would not have ate it. I would not have ate it at all. Too rich.
Cute. There I was running about like a mad woman. Did you notice the gift bag as well?
The gift bag?
It's a rainbow.
I did not notice the gift bag.
I got you a rainbow sparkly gift bag because I thought, who's
the
most flamboyant guy I know?
When I was 18, no, I tell you.
I saw those photos, Gary.
Did you see the one with the spiky hair? Yeah. I'll need to actually see if I can.
Do you know that kind of gave me a wee bit of Gareth Gates vibe?
I was totally trying to be Gareth Gates. I used to twist it and all that sort of stuff, and it was just because you had the spiky hair. But folk would say you look like Gareth Gates, and I'm like, I know.
But I mean, everybody loved him, didn't they? When he won Top Pride. I don't know. He done
Celebrity SES and done really well on it. Really well on it.
Has he still got the spikes?
No, he hasn't. Still got a wee bit of the stammer as well. That's what he's saying. He's learnt to overcome it. He's still got it.
Yeah.
But he's still got that kind of a speech impediment sort of thing. I think it's great that, see if you actually go and watch the SES one, it is so good. So good. Really enjoyed it.
I watched that I Swear film the other day.
Oh, I was going to watch it on Fire Stick. I mean, cinema.
Yeah, it's really, really good, by the way. Like,
wow.
I'm like a movie buff. I don't really watch a lot of films. But I'd seen everywhere people were saying like, I like anything that's a documentary. I like things that are based on real life, on real people, true stories. Do you know what the story's about? So it's this boy, he's from Galashiels, and he basically, when he gets to maybe about, I think he's about 10 or 12, he develops Tourette's.
All right.
And it's like sort of, there wasn't a lot of understanding during that time period. So it must have been maybe late 70s, I think, maybe early 80s. I'm not sure what age he is now. But it was basically like all his life, how he struggled with people even understanding it. His mum and dad like split up because they just thought he was acting up. And
it must have been quite
really
hard. I haven't seen it, but it does look good.
It's one of these
funny as well.
It's really funny. It's really funny, but then it's really gut-wrenching as well. And he actually ended up getting like some kind of, I don't know if it's like an MBE or something from the Queen. And that's actually how the film starts, and then it takes you back the way. But it's really, really good. You should watch it. It's one of the best films I've seen.
I mean, right now, Hallie is absolutely, completely and utterly obsessed with musicals because my mum and Hugh, not because of me, my mum and Hugh got her into musicals. So see, if I have to hear hello, farewell.
So here's a funny story, right? This is a bit of an ongoing joke in my family. So when my mum was in labour with me, that was on, the Sound of
That
Music.
song?
Sound of Music was on.
Oh.
And my dad, every
traumatising.
Christmas, he always has it on the telly. But obviously we weren't at my mum's this year. But we went round on, it must have been the 1st of January? Yeah. New Year's Day for dinner, and my dad had on, and Chris has never seen it before. So I was like, don't tell my dad you've not seen it because he'll make you watch it all.
Can I just say that's the cutest thing, that your dad every year remembers what your mum was in labour with you watching.
Honestly,
that is so sweet.
That is nice.
Oh, that's like old school romance. I love that.
I know, it's cute. I know.
Maybe be sitting
Shout
on
out
the
to
phone.
Laura's dad.
I know. I don't think he does it for that reason. I think he just really likes the film. It's a bit like Lawrence
so you're just undermining all the niceness.
No,
She's
but
like, nah, he's not
obsessed
being
with
romantic.
That and Lawrence of Arabia, that's other film that Mum's like, oh, you could recite every word of that. He's seen it a million times.
Hallie only likes the songs, so we go through the YouTube. So I've never seen The Sound of Music either, but we go through the YouTube clips.
Oh my God, have you seen it?
No.
Are you joking?
Believe it or not, I don't actually like musicals.
Is it just
No,
because
I
maybe
swear
I've
my life
grown
I
up
don't.
with it? I thought everybody had seen Sound of Music.
No, so we've also got Oliver, Annie,
Haven't seen it.
and
Haven't seen them.
Annie's changed.
I know.
Annie isn't Annie.
Yeah.
Sorry, what? Annie is meant to have red, curly, tight curly
Yeah,
hair.
new age
with the
Annie.
wee freckles. No, it's wrong.
So this is where you can have Willow, because Willow does all the musicals at drama, and she just done Annie, so she knows all the songs. So see Hallie and Willow, perfect.
Oh, she just sits and watches
can
the wee
come.
children singing. So yeah, that's so when you're saying, do you
Well,
want to watch I Swear? Well,
yeah.
unless it's about to crack in at
I
some
know.
sort of
Yeah.
tune.
So
then
when I
probably
was
not.
younger, I watched all the Disney films, loved Aladdin, The Little Mermaid, all that sort of stuff, and I've watched all the remakes of them.
Yeah.
But see, when it comes to the songs and the films, I skip past them.
I
I do not know why. I don't like musicals at all.
But even like just songs, like they're not even like.
Although
Or
But-
Chicago. Everyone loves Chicago.
I've never seen it.
What?
I'm telling you, I'm
That's
not
a
gay.
that's
I do not like
that's-
musicals.
That
I
Chicago's a
can't-
good one.
Oh,
I do love
Chicago.
That. Yeah.
I
Moulin
watched them
Rouge.
28
Does
years.
it
Oh,
have
I've
a
seen
massive-
Moulin Rouge actually,
Shouldn't
and I
we
like
would this
that.
week? What's his name? Ewan McGregor.
Yeah,
okay.
He's not really a shouldn't, to be fair. I think
No.
he's just a would.
I think like you imagine him in Trainspotting, and it's just
Right,
like
okay, no, so not in that.
yeah.
So in other news, right, there's a big thing just now. Obviously, new year, new us, new salons. And I think for the last few years, controversially, Scotland anyway, has been focused on going green. Mm-hmm. So like there's all these energy grants for businesses and stuff. How do you guys feel about recycling cut hair?
Right, so I've looked into this before.
I also have looked into it.
Extremely expensive.
Yeah. That's why I'm not doing it.
yeah.
What the salon has to pay?
There's a company in Glasgow or in Scotland somewhere, but I did look at it maybe a couple of years ago, and it's ridiculous.
There's one called the
cost
Green
of it.
Salon Collective.
It might have been them.
Well, I don't know if that's just Glasgow based, but that's the only
Yeah,
one I actually
yeah.
know of.
It was crazy money.
And it is great what we're doing.
Yeah.
But
It's not
other than
affordable.
hair, like I
Yeah.
do all my recycling. So
Yeah.
I recycle all the cardboard, all the bottles, all the cans. So I still feel like I'm trying to do my best.
Yeah.
But I'm not spending.
The thing is, it needs to work for the salon as well. You can only do what you can, but
So-
that's the problem with a lot of things. It's so expensive to do it.
I didn't know there was a cost. I didn't get that far, but I did look
Yeah.
at some of the reasons they are doing it, right? And
Yeah.
so there's obviously, for me, there was an amazing reason of saving the oceans. It can collect the
Well,
oil
remember I
spill.
told you the
Yeah,
story.
Yeah. But do you know
about
that there's a
the oil-
secondary
did
reason?
you hear that story?
No, well, I don't know, but I genuinely see years ago when Blue Peter used to do it, I remember them talking about it on Blue Peter saying
Using the hair.
and it was
There
a
There was an oil
hairdresser.
spillage in the middle of like the Pacific
Yeah.
Ocean, and all the islands round about, they all used like their hair, and it worked.
I mean, that is amazing if you can
So
do
that's
it.
that's an amazing idea. Let's save the ocean with something that was going in the bin anyway. Brilliant. Have you seen any of the other reasons people are doing it though?
No. Oh.
All right, now there's
let
a
you finish
company
this.
right now that are making making the cut hair, used hair, into rugs.
What for your house?
Yeah, so I don't know how I feel about a
you
used
serious?
hair rug. Yeah.
Kardashian's pants.
Imagine on your floor and there's just like, the DNA of 400
Excuse me,
folk
sorry.
dossing about in dead
Right, so here's
hair.
the thing, right? So Chris has like major OCD, and he doesn't even like a slightly shaggy rug. Can you imagine having a home a rug with human hair on it? My God, how am I over that, Laura?
Imagine sitting in that.
I
Do
wouldn't
you know
like
it would
it.
smell? Like, where's the serum when you do the rug?
It's probably treated, obviously. It's probably treated
I
again.
take it as short as well.
I didn't look that far into the situation. I wasn't purchasing one, funnily enough. I wasn't thinking to myself, do you know what? New year, new me, new house, new salon. What will I do with it? I will decorate it with human hair rugs. That to me screams Hannibal Lecter. I agree.
That is creepy.
Wildly mental.
So
do you know, like it would smell?
Yeah.
Fusty. It would collect all the dust.
I don't know. That's just so
Where'd you get your
wrong.
jumper for Jane
But do you
Norman?
need dry shampoo?
Do you remember Jane Norman with the bags?
Yeah.
Love that.
And all the girls used to wear them to school. You know, they were carrier bags.
I know. A bit scratchy.
But you could get them in all colours and everything. It was really clever marketing.
It was good.
Just something I was thinking about recently. So I've been going to a guy for years for my hair. Absolutely love him. I just want to say that at the get-go right now. I'm not slating anybody, right? But I was getting invited down to a Wella event, total last minute. I was booked in with my barber on the Tuesday. I would have been travelling home on the Tuesday.
Yeah, typical.
So I messaged him saying, listen, I know the answer's going to be no, and I do I'm still a big believer in you don't ask, you don't get.
Yeah.
He could say, oh, listen, actually for the cancellation at 12. So I says, listen, I know the answer's going to be no. Any appointments? I've got a big event tomorrow, and he went no. So I was like, right, fine. So one of the girls in work, she says, why don't you go down to the Turkish Barbers just down the road? And I was like, no. I was like, I'll end up with it shaved up to like here. And
especially if you get an event, you're thinking, this is
and it's a big, it was the Wella Trend Vision event, so it was like the big event in Wella for the full year. And you know, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. And what I was saying was...
there's a lot of it. There's a stigma that comes with Turkish barbers.
Well, I think so. I do think so. And it turns out so. The reason I went to the one that I went to, one of my clients, it's her ex-husband that owns the barbers. And they got on really well now. They had a bit of a thing, but they got on really well with the separated. And when you go in, because there is a tiny little bit of language barrier, they kind of work in silence.
Yeah.
They've got great chill out music on in the background.
Yeah.
And I feel like, see when I'm sitting there getting my hair cut, I am so relaxed. And not that I wasn't relaxed in the other side, in the barbers, but it is more like a kind of a laddie, you know, football's on in the background.
Well, you don't have the guilt
sort
of
stuff.
sitting in quiet as well. That's the thing. Whereas it's expected you sit in the quiet. So sometimes you actually need to be told, like, right, this is your time. You have to take the time to chill. Because how often do we actually do it?
But that's why I just want to make clear, just in case he actually hears it. I loved my barber that I was going to, but it's just so convenient for me now. Like I went for an eye test and a haircut the other day and I was up the road in an hour.
I think there's a lot to be said about convenience for people. Yeah. Like we get a lot of clients, especially now there's so many people not based in offices, like full time. We got a lot of clients that were working from home that maybe used to get their hair done in town that now, you know, because we are right at the train station, they come to us because they're working from home. They're not going to go away into town just for their hair. They maybe went on their lunch break when they worked in town. And again, it's not that they didn't love who done their hair in town either, but it's just more convenient for them now to come here.
And I used to love taking...
We won a lot out of that, out of COVID, the local kind of side of things. But
well, I used to love making an actual day of it. So I would go in, get my hair cut. I would take myself to, do you know Tipo in Glasgow?
No. Yeah.
Love Tipo. So I used to go for my haircut. I'd go for a Stornoway stack after it and a coffee. And I would have a great day. Yeah. But even just yesterday, although I didn't take into consideration that it is a full day. You need to make sure there's fuel in the car. Yeah. My car, the doors keep freezing because it's cold and I can't, so I'm actually having to climb out of my passenger side to get in. Oh, honestly, my door won't open. Anytime my car freezes.
Is it a BMW?
It's a Merc.
Oh, because I'm obviously anti-BMW at the moment because of my...
Can you not get like antifreeze that you can spray?
It's more like an electrical thing. It's happened a couple of times. Okay. It's the door. It's not to do with being frozen. The electrics won't unlock the door.
That's so funny. Yes, climb out.
So I need to climb in my passenger side.
In and out.
In and out today.
So I'm going to watch you.
You see if you can get me on the CCTV outside. Actually, I bet you will.
Like, oh look, there's that wee boy just climbing in and out his car. Bless him.
Bless. His first wee car.
I know.
It's his first wee run around.
It's his mum's.
But yeah, so you go to the Turkish barbers now.
It's literally down the road.
I think that's interesting because you see a lot of bad kind of slick for like Turkish barbers, don't you? And
it's so cheap as well. It's like £15 and you think, you're not really going to get it.
I do think there's
honestly,
a lot...
I got my haircut yesterday and I absolutely love it.
I think the thing with a lot of people is that maybe the language barrier can make it difficult for people to see what they want.
A lot of the time you're showing a picture anyway.
I know, but from my own experience of anybody that I know that's went to a Turkish barber, usually they cut the crown. They go right over the top of the crown with the clipper.
They don't follow the shape of the crown.
But that doesn't, it's like a bit of like a stereotype. Like I suppose one doesn't fit all. Like there will be good barbers out there. There's probably a lot of barbers out there that do fit the stereotype as well. It's just like
Well, the reason I
like
started going to my
hairdressers,
previous
though, isn't it?
bar,
Do you know what I mean?
well, that's the thing. Some people have got the knowledge.
Yeah.
Because of the shape of my
Yeah.
head. This is when I started going to my barber in Glasgow.
Yeah.
Everyone used to shave my head above this curve here.
Yeah, yeah.
And see, if you do that, I look like a pineapple because my head comes out like that and comes in. And I just kept saying, why can nobody cut my hair square at the sides? And I knew what I meant.
Yeah.
And I just remember going to him
can't
and
take it any
and
higher
I was
than
like,
there.
you know exactly what I'm wanting.
Yeah. Yeah.
And again, I was so
Yeah.
I don't mean surprised because that sounds so rude, but see what I says to the barber, can you make this really, really square? And he went, yep.
Does your other half do gents barbering?
A couple, but nothing like major, like the odd gent. It's just like the two of us just do like men's basic haircuts.
You don't trust him with yours?
No, it's not that I don't trust him. It's just it's a proper barbering technique. So
It's
this
like
is like
a
a
skill.
skin fade.
Yeah.
Again,
okay.
it's
Well,
a different
The
technique.
whole lot of it's a different language to me because I don't
is.
do any barbering,
Skin
as you
fade
know.
is, I mean, I can do a skin fade, but it is hard.
Right.
It's not easy to do. Like, especially for me not doing it that often.
I
it
do a
takes
lot of
me a
gents,
while.
and I will say to them, listen, guys, I'll not be offended.
I was going to make a joke there about
keep away.
Instagram again. I've made him blush. Yes, I've done it again.
Oh, the TikTok comments as well, they were metal.
You were getting a lot of love from a lot of guys. Like there was a
I know.
lot of darlings and babes I noticed in the comments there. Like you were certainly racking up. I did tell you you're a really good looking guy.
Thank you
It
very
was going to
much.
happen. That's
Oh.
it. Second blush in a minute. Woo! She's shooting them
Right,
out.
moving swiftly. Right, so I do a couple of guys here, and I've said to them, listen, I do believe there's someone out there that can cut your hair better, but I do believe that they like coming to me because I shampoo their hair, I get them teas and coffees, I speak to them, I treat them, I don't treat them like
It's
a
a wee bit
female,
more
but
of an experience
yes,
with
it's
it.
not just a case of whatever, but
Yeah.
I have said to a lot of my gents, I'm like, listen, I would not be offended if you wanted to go
Yeah.
to someone who I
Yeah.
genuinely believe would cut your hair better.
Yeah, because I think there is barbering style haircuts, and also
Especially all
there's
the
cutting.
curtains and all that sort
Yeah.
of a stuff now,
Yeah.
and the
Yeah.
mullets and stuff. I could have done
Like
a lot.
what we spoke
I've
about
I
before.
broke up with clients before where I feel like I've maybe tried to do what they're looking for, and then it's like I don't feel like I'm maybe getting the vibe you're asking, and I think you might be better suited to somebody that can do blah. Obviously, I do loads of work with extensions and fine-haired clients. Like that's my bag. Like because I have got no hair, so I work really closely with it. Occasionally, it's got to a point where I'm like, I think you might need to look at the mesh integration systems, which I don't do. And I think, I could keep taking your money and I could keep putting these in, but I'm starting to feel that they're not looking great and that you'd get a much better result from this system, which could be offered by, and I've got a couple of places who don't even know I recommend them because then I feel like that's biased. Like I looked them up and sent them there, but definitely breaking up with a client for the right reasons and being like, nah, I really love you as a person. I don't want to just take your money.
Yeah, and
know
I think people would respect that. I would rather if somebody felt like they couldn't do anything else for me or maybe give me the best service of what I'm looking for. I would rather somebody just went, look, do you know what? I actually think you'd be better off with another pair of eyes or somebody else because I'm really struggling to maybe meet. Because we've all had clients that maybe have unexpected hair goals as well, and sometimes it doesn't matter what you do. Sometimes you kind of want them to go to somebody else just so they can basically
reiterate what you've said.
As well. But for I think as a client, like if that was me, I would rather somebody was
Can I
honest
say as
with
well,
me.
sorry, I sometimes think it is good, even when some of your clients do go to other people, even if it's just to find out that you were better at doing their
I
hair.
love that. That's
Me
my
too.
favourite.
So, like Lauren, I obviously work myself. I've got junior stylist, but I am like the main one. And we've spoke before about client expectations, and some have gone to Laura, and it wasn't because I was better or anything. It's like Laura reaffirmed without me telling her what to say. Laura was able to say, no, this is why we can't do this, and because they got it from a second person, it was like, she wasn't lying. Like, no, I wasn't. And sometimes having that backup, because especially because I do work myself.
I think that's where
it's
it helps
hard.
in the salon, because if I've got somebody that maybe, you can tell that what I'm saying is not what they want to hear.
Yeah.
I've got other people in the salon I can say like, hey, like going to come over and just have a look at her and just basically, back up what you're saying.
Do you think you could do this any
I think
differently?
it is hard when you're on your own
It
for
is.
that. Absolutely. Yeah.
Did you not have, you had a client story that you were going to share with a breakup for different reasons?
So the reason it was just because it came up on my memories, and even though it isn't actually when the breakup happened, it came up on my memories recently, and I went, oh, that would be quite a good story. There is a bit of a backstory, so I'll try and be as quickly as I can with it, right? So she came to me when I was employed in a salon. She came to me from another stylist who went off maternity leave, and she just stuck with me. She just stuck, right? But when I tell you, there was something wrong with her root tint every time. With the same colour, there was something always wrong. When I started out, you're too scared and all this sort of stuff. Yeah. So fast forward to, I think it was 2021.
Sorry, in her eyes, there was something wrong with it.
Yes, sorry, there definitely was nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, but in her eyes, I know exactly.
And even my partner says to her, I wouldn't do your hair. And she's like,
Yeah.
Anyway, so that fast forward to the day we're talking about. So I was having a great week. I had a really, really good week. My friend was coming over to stay that night. I squeezed this woman in just to do her roots because I thought, right, it's going to be quite a while before I get her in before Christmas. I was having a great day and I was sat in reception 20 minutes into her 30-minute space explaining to her why she couldn't go lighter because I didn't book her in for that. And she was saying, I need to do some highlights. I don't want bleach. I says, it kind of needs to be. And then I'm trying to explain to her, well, I could use a high lift tint, but it wouldn't come up. And I thought, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? And she angered me so much. So she ruined my night. My friend came over.
Because it changes how you feel. And
I just sat there like that. I was so
disheartened. Because you're overthinking everything. And I know.
Can I read out the message?
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
I'll pass it on to the producers and you can put it on the screen if you want.
The message that you sent to her.
That I sent to her, yeah.
I think there needs to be a point where you go, this is affecting me.
It really was.
Yeah.
It really upset me.
Yeah.
Not to the point where I was crying.
We talked about that in the last episode about how because
they're not afraid to. I mean, they're not bothered about you, so somebody has to be bothered about yourself. Do you know?
I think 9 times out of 10 your clients are your superstars, but every so often one will make you second guess your own job. And what I was saying, Gary, to Laura was that no, you're fine. That our job is so subjective to us because it's creativity. So when someone else turns around and says, "No, TikTok told me that I could get this," or whatever,
personal,
you do start to think. But I actually have learned and worked so hard to have the knowledge I've got. I'm now trying to teach you how to be a hairdresser in a 14-minute conversation when you're not a hairdresser. Can you not just trust that what I'm saying is
But you get other people that are just like you do, you know best and whatever. But I know it's when they challenge you over and over and it's like you
she was
cannot
actually
do it
a lovely
right.
woman. She was very timid, very shy as well. So I'm not putting out any way that she was nasty.
Yeah.
But
hard work.
One time one of the juniors done her colour for me and I normally, if I'm doing a root tint, I always comb it away from the face and the assistant just combed it into her pattern and it was
that would make it wrong.
Oh no, that's done wrong. That's going to be different.
Yeah.
That's going to be different.
And sometimes as well there is clients that you do that even it'll never be right because it's not that's done it.
We've never done it. That's exactly what it was.
You can mix the colour, you can, do everything else.
Stand over and
all
watch
they
her
do is literally apply it or maybe just even go over the route.
That's what happened.
But and it's a mindset. I know you've done the right thing.
So I'll give this to producers and you can put it on the screen. Obviously, please blank out the name as well, right? So hi, such and such. I've had a long, hard think about this and I hate to say this, but I don't think I'm the hairdresser for you. I've been doing your hair for a number of years now and you never truly seem happy with the result. And as my job as a hairdresser, I truly want all my clients to always leave my chair without any issues. You always like both your sister's hair and I feel you should go to one of your sister's hairdressers. That's another story, I'll tell you that in a minute. You seem to value their opinions of your hair over mine. I really appreciate you supporting my business. I'm actually shaking reading this. I really appreciate you supporting me and my business for all these years, but I no longer want to do your hair. And I remember when I was writing it, my pal that was staying over, my partner was like, you can't say that. I went, why? I'm telling her now, I'm not giving her an opportunity to come back. I'm telling her,
make it very,
this is us done. I don't want to come back with this won't happen again.
And then see when you're waiting for that reply though.
Oh my God, I was churning. And the
it shows you how much it affected you though. That it really did. Still, feel.
I can't even remember what happened the rest of the night. I know I ended up getting absolutely hammered.
I bet you did.
So I really appreciate you supporting me in my business for all these years, but I no longer want to do your hair. It's getting very uncomfortable for me because you never liked your hair. I truly hope you understand and wish you all the best and hope you find the right stylist for you. Take care.
I think that's beautiful.
Yeah, I think it's good for people to hear a message like that as well because a lot of people would love to be able to send a message like that but don't know how to do it or how to say it without, being rude or causing offence. So I actually think to hear that message in the way it's been put is really good. You're being really kind about it.
I've tried to because
you're
she was
looking
a nice
out for
person.
yourself as well and you're not, there's no hard feelings. It's just, I'm not the right hairdresser for you.
You've done this before ChatGPT was a thing as well. So you've had to actually sit and think about it. And
I feel like I'm genuinely quite good with my words as well. I know how to word things. I know how to come across professional. I did have to write that about 3 or 4 times. You write things and all that. But it was a hard, even though I'm saying...
Did she reply?
She did. She replied saying, I'm really sorry that I've made you feel like this. Really upset me to think that I may have hurt you and I never realised that. I apologise. You are a brilliant hairdresser and I wish you nothing but the best in the future.
I think that's really, really amazing. Like, and you know what? Kudos to you for putting your mental health first, because it's hard. Because we're so desperate to please. Like, we are the ones that are in charge of someone's image. And that's such a personal thing to that person. And you're going to create something on them. And if they're walking about going,
and some people, it's just in them. Like, there just can be negative people. And actually, she obviously didn't realise, you know, the effect that it was having on, you know, and I think, you know, people just do nitpick at life in general, but they don't see actually every time, you know, how draining that becomes as well.
I don't know what Goldwell coppers are like, so she was a copper. So Wella coppers, they oxidise purple. Is that the same with Goldwell?
No.
So see, when you're doing a copper colour, it develops purple.
Oh my God, that would scare me.
Every single time.
Really bright purple?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
And I do not know why. I'll try and find out for you actually next time, because I'm going down to...
So until you rinse it, it's
purple.
Oh wow!
Oh gosh, you'd have. Can you imagine going from a Goldwell salon where it goes on and it remains copper?
But it could just be the simplest of things, like in her head. Maybe if she just had, like, you know, if she didn't see the purple.
Possibly.
If I had been going to Goldwell and it was orangey red every time, and then I came to you and all of a sudden it was purple, and for the first ever time I'm sitting looking in your mirror, I'd be like, oh my God.
The thing is, did you say if it was the same tint every single time, then eventually you'd be like, well, I know it's, you know, it goes on.
I know.
And you just get to the point. I mean, there's clients that we've got that, you know, you put your tint on, they don't look at it twice because they know they've had it over and over. They get it every 5-6 weeks.
I use a lot of the Goldwell pigment drops, and I had put.
They're scary.
I love them.
Yeah,
like Laura's scared of them. I love them.
I'm getting a wee bit better with them, but they are still scary.
I customise all my colours with them. It's basically pure pigments, and you can add them to whatever colour you want to give a kick. So they sit on the surface of the hair. So like if you're adding orange to your copper, that it could make it really fiery looking, and it's very shimmery.
We had a Goldwell educator out just before Christmas. So what he said to me was, like, anything more than 5 drops actually changes the tone. But if you want surface level, it's just like 2 to 3 drops.
Yeah. So like the only time I would use more than 5 is if it is a redhead and I just want it stronger. But if you're just looking for like a bit more ash, you could add like 2 drops blue.
So it comes in blue, cool violet, pink, cool pink, yellow. It's like orange. It's like rainbow colours.
Are these in a tube?
They're in a dropper.
They're drops. They're actually
Right,
like if you baked a cake and you were making icing.
That's exactly what it looks like, food colouring.
Okay.
But there is strong pigment.
You put them in the colour, so like it's really, really helpful for colour correction. If you're putting, like, if you've got a colour that you need to neutralise and you're using something, but you maybe need to custom it a wee bit more. Say their hair, I don't know, you need that wee bit extra blue to get rid of the warmth. So it's really orange, and you think, well, but you can also put a bit of blue in and a bit of yellow just to make sure it doesn't go too much.
So the educator we had out, she had like platinum white hair, and she actually, in her toner, she gets some of the pink drops in it and the yellow. And it's like, you just think it's...
how's that? Yeah.
But it just takes, because she's, the bluey tone, sometimes it makes it dark. Whereas in her root, you could see there was a slight shimmer of, wasn't pink, but there was just something. But
peach.
No, it was still white.
It was still white. Of violet. Pink is literally a softer version of violet.
More depth.
But without making it look dark ashy.
Yeah.
I've done it before. Like, I've got like the /05s, and that's like natural mahoganies. So it's like a natural mahogany. So it's just a tiny bit of warmth, and they're really, really nice for toning blondes.
Yeah. But I was doing a redhead the other day, and I'd put some pink through it to like again, and when it was developing, it had gone pink. She was like, Lisa, is my hair going to be pink? And I was like, nah, you're all right. Like, chill, it'll be fine. But I mean, it was scalp it. Like, that's the only time I've ever seen it go and I think I only had 5 drops in there. I only wanted surface level, but and she was like, but it's just my scalp's quite pinky, and I was like, you're fine, don't worry about it. And then I'm imagining in my head, you know, in Greece, like
Sandy.
No, not Sandy, the one with the down.
Riz.
No, it's not Riz. Rizzo's the pure curly headed one. It's the one that goes the
dolly one.
Yeah.
I've seen Greece. I've seen Greece.
There we go. I was singing the song. I really hate musicals. I'm not flamboyant beauty.
I actually was on the other day and I skipped past it. But again, I've seen these films when I was younger and I've watched them, but I wouldn't choose to sit. I even put on Wicked while I was putting up the Christmas tree, and I thought, I really want to see this. And
what did you think?
I was doing the tree and stuff, so I wasn't really paying attention, but I thought I could probably get into this. I think because it's a massive production.
It's very woke.
I've heard.
We watched The Wizard of Oz the other day, though. When was the last time you watched The Wizard of Oz?
Years ago.
It's so dated, like, because Will had never seen it and she loves Wicked. So I was like, right, let's watch Wizard of Oz. Let's go back to where it all began. But oh my God, it looks so old.
Hallie can sing Somewhere Over the Rainbow and then she goes, Toto, Toto. So yeah, no, I have seen that.
But it's like, because even like the bit when they're going down the Yellow Brick Road and Will was like, that looks like a drawing in the background. And I was like, I think it is a drawing. That's how they used to make films. Like, jeez, oh God's sake.
I know, but then doesn't they come out and make a new thing of something and they ruin it?
I know.
Leave it
Wicked is really good. It is a good film, but there is a lot of ticking boxes. And you think, oh, okay. But anyway.
Last one of my clients had been to see the stage show and I says, so in the stage show, is there a daughter in a wheelchair? And she went, yes. And I went, oh, I thought that would have been added in.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I didn't realise
I've
it's
actually never
in
seen it.
the original musical as well. I thought that it was going to be like a whole...
Yeah.
I've never seen any of these things.
Yeah, I've not seen the
I
new
only seen
one.
the start it, to be fair.
Yeah. So, but so the other thing I wanted to speak out, so the last time you were on, you were talking about the diva tongue.
Yes,
what's it called again? That
The
one
air
you used. The air wrap. So I
air
use
curl.
the tongue, the diva tongs all the time. So the reason I used it in my hair today and I brought it along because I don't know if you've actually used that, just the normal
tongue, no.
tongs. Now, bear in mind, like I use these all the time. They are a wee bit discoloured.
They're Laura's own ones.
Mine's
not
are
the
very
salon ones.
discoloured as well, so...
So, no, these are the salon ones.
Oh.
That's why they're so discoloured because they get used so much. But that's the wider barrel. But I love them. They're my favourite ever. So actually, I used them on my hair just so that you could see like the size of the curl that you get from it. Because I think a lot of tongs are. Everyone always goes with the small tongs, and I just think, see for like that kind of big bouncy blowout, love them. So I just wanted to bring them on to show you. Because I'd spoke about them.
They've got heat
before.
settings as well, don't they? So you can change the heat to
about them,
protect
but I
the
didn't
hair.
have them. Yeah. So obviously generally you would never put them above 180 unless you wanted to frazzle your hair, and to be honest you don't need to anyway,
Unless you've got very thick frizzy hair that needs that wee bit extra.
Yeah, I would just
taming.
take smaller sections though, even at that, because I think but yeah, no, they're fab. This is my tool of the
week.
century. No, tool of the century.
How much
definitely.
are they?
So I remember I spoke about this before. So when I first bought these, they were around about the kind of £38-40 mark.
Oh, wow.
They're slightly above that now.
That's really reasonable for, I mean, how old are they?
Obviously, that's trade price. So these must be about 3 years old.
So lasting well, and they're in the salon.
Time. Yeah, use them. Like I use them on a lot of clients. Do you know what I love them for as well? See if you've got a client that's got like short hair as well, and they just want that movement.
Right, something there.
The Holly Willoughby.
I was going to say
Yeah.
Holly Willoughby. Yeah.
They're great.
I
for
got
that.
hate on that for TikTok.
Yeah.
I
feel
called her
like
Holly
they're-
Willoughby, and the new generation didn't know what that was. Like that,
Yeah.
I was referring to
Yeah.
Keith Lemon.
Yeah.
Him.
It didn't like
And
that.
so
Aye, it
like
was a
all these
thing.
people were like, why is she
Yeah.
saying it like that? Like the hate was, I mean, we actually, talking about hate, we've had a fair whack. I've been referred to as a monkey.
Well, so I actually messaged Lisa the other day because there was a message request in the TikTok, and it was like about 4 paragraphs of somebody absolutely ranting and raving. And I was
me.
like, what is this? Have you seen this? She was like, yeah.
We did the Legally Laura episodes. Laura is an associate solicitor and is qualified and insured to give legal advice to people. But what happened was when we posted the clips, people seem to think that they're also lawyers. So there was people commenting and going like, no, well, I've done it like this and this worked for me and whatever.
Yeah.
So Laura has responded to a lot of comments saying like, hi, my email address is this, I'll do a consultation. There was a couple slipped through the net and there was this one that gave out advice. Now, I am also qualified as a solicitor and it was wrong. So I commented saying, legally Laura, I'll be with you ASAP, but please do not take this advice as being factual because I can tell you in Scotland it's not. The next thing is we get this massive essay of a thing saying basically I was the worst person ever to walk the land. It was so much swearing. I got called everything under the sun.
Yeah, she's not from Scotland.
She's not from Scotland and I've no idea how hard our life is. Blah, blah, blah. Poor me. But yeah, it's mental what people pick on.
Yeah.
So I get called a monkey. I get called a sea. I don't know, she's laughing. I'm always the one on the wrath of it. So Gary gets all the hate for being gay. Gay Gary should not be gay and flamboyant. Oh, right.
Damn you.
I get all the hate just
the
for,
whip.
breathing.
People seem to like me. I don't know.
I know.
For now.
Yeah. Let's start a rage bait on Laura, shall we?
I actually don't mind it. I'm like, come for me.
It doesn't
I'm
bother
ready for
me.
you.
I think it probably is better that you get the hate because I'm quite soft.
Oh,
Well, no, some folk says to me like, how do you do it? Like how, like that would really affect me mentally. Like hearing even somebody saying like, "Well, I don't like your hair." Like I'm like, I don't care. It's like you obviously seen that I replied to a lot of the comments.
Yeah.
Again, worded very well. No chat GPT. I'm like, your opinion is valid.
It's that saying that their opinion only matters like if you value their what is that saying? Like if you care about them, then that's the only time you should actually value their opinion. If they don't mean anything to you, then why would their opinion mean anything?
I just sometimes like see if you've not got anything nice to say.
I know.
Don't say anything at all. But then we wouldn't have went viral.
So I think it's really, every weekend I already slag myself off for what I hate. So what are they going to do? Call me fat? Okay. It's not news.
It does not bother me in the slightest. It does not bother me in the slightest.
I think it's just part of the game until you put yourself out there. Like,
I do kind of look forward to whatever it is that someone might decide that you, like, because I get the old, which is just, I'm younger than you.
Mm-hmm.
What age are you?
34.
38.
I would have said just we're both about 34.
I get see what I mean? Old. I get my actual age, and you get 4 years reduced.
No, I thought that because I was thinking. Then I also thought as well, like, are they the same age as me, but not because you look 40? Mm-hmm. But
oh, Jesus Christ.
Love that.
Earlier on, you said, no, I said
closer to age than you.
The beginning of the episode, they slagged me off as well for being
that
old.
was a joke. Come on, yeah.
It's okay.
Well, I'll get hate for that.
That or they'll jump on the bandwagon and be like, yes, she's old and fat.
She's old and
Wrinkly. She burned our skin off already.
Yeah, it's just like...
So the other thing I want to talk about as well is, so this is my product of the week.
Ooh.
So Goldell have brought it now. I don't know actually. I need to confirm if this is a new product or if it's just I've just discovered it. And
no, so I've had that for a while.
Have you?
Yeah.
Right. So I feel like this is totally underrated then. So it's Goldell's working hairspray. Now, when I trained in a salon we worked with Paul Mitchell. Love Paul Mitchell. Still love Paul Mitchell. Don't like their new branding. Their new branding's all very cheap. I haven't seen any of the new stuff. It's not great, but so I still have this as the old branding still. So this still is one of my favourites. So it's soft spray. Now, anybody that's worked with Paul Mitchell is so iconic. The smell of soft spray, the smell of freeze and shine. I love the hairsprays because they brush out. They don't, leave your hair tacky. The freeze and shine is like... It's like old school, but it does. You can still put a brush through your hair the next day. But it's just got really expensive. It's really expensive, and I do love it, but it's just, I feel like there needs to be something like it on the market, and there's not. So soft spray I use with curls, I use with Velcro rollers all the time, and you need to be able to work with the hair after it, and I just felt like there wasn't any other hairspray out there like this until I discovered this. So
let me see that over there. I have a remembrance smell.
Yeah, it's like marzipan.
I know exactly what it's going to be like.
So Goldell have a working hairspray, which is amazing because not only that, it's not just got the fact that you can work with the hair after, but it also has heat protection in it. It's so good for
smell it. I'm a big smell. All my products
are spraying it on you like a perfume.
It protects against humidity as well, which that doesn't. So I feel like this is like a new version of it. So this is my product of the week because I've actually been using it, and I used it on my curls and I used it on my rollers.
Yeah, he's going to be high on hairspray in a minute.
I definitely think there's something iconic about Paul Mitchell, even the smell of it in your hair. Like even when you wash it out your hair, you can smell it. Like,
do you remember they used to
I've never used Paul Mitchell because I was trained in Aveda.
The reason I like it as well is because it's water based.
Okay,
so it doesn't build up.
Oh my god, I love that. Horrible. I think that smells like nail glue.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Do you remember Paul Mitchell used to have it? It was like a hair gel, but it was shaped in like a glue bottle and maybe but then
what
it would
was that called again? Oh my god. Anyway, do you know one of the things I love the skinny serum that still it smells like watermelon?
Is that the one with the green
lids? The
clear
with the green lids.
Yep, I remember that.
I can't believe you are sitting smelling like that's got some sort of floral or nice smell. It's like glue.
I like that sort of
It's not. It's like marzipan. It smells like marzipan.
But that isn't what freeze and shine smells like,
isn't it? Freeze and shine's got a different smell again.
What's the other one? Fast dry and sculpting spray?
Yeah, but I don't like them. Soft sprays and that, like freeze and shine and soft. I still use them in the salon.
Because I used Aveda and then I now use like Milkshake and Goldwell and they're all very sweet smelling.
But
that
not
to me is like
not
I
everybody likes
I
sweet.
know.
So I think you need to have a bit of both.
Yeah, but that to me.
But anyway, so this is my new. So I'm loving this working spray. So for rollers and for your curls before you dress out your curls, This is the one, my favourite.
Fabulous.
Oh, good.
To finish up the episode, we were gonna. I know a lot of salons just now are maybe not as busy as they could be or want to be. So I thought it'd be good if we went round and did a top tip from each of us on how you get a fully booked salon in a quieter month.
Okay.
Gary, you want to start us off?
So I'm quite fortunate. I do feel like I'm kind of a fool all the time. I'm not bragging or whatnot. But I do feel with January especially, I always take the first week off. And I always just think by not having the appointments,
Condense
it then fills.
Yeah.
So maybe that's how it's worked and I've not known. But yes, I always take the first week off in January. I'm not back until Friday actually.
Yeah.
And I don't know if just having less days then makes the. But I've literally just had.
Well, you would rather have 4 busy days than 5 or a couple of gaps in it. I think one of the biggest things that I've seen, and it's so true, a lot of people when they're quiet automatically want a discount. And they'll say like, half price haircut or haircut, instead of £40 is £30. And actually what you're doing is you're underselling yourself because you're saying actually my haircut's only worth that. So then people go, well, why am I paying 40 the rest of the time, right? So the biggest thing that you can do is offer extra. Keep them, you want the same money for what you're doing, but add on things.
Like a mask.
So a head massage, or, maybe a wee free treatment or, there's different things that, you can add on to it.
Hey, you can just put conditioner on there until it's a treatment.
Gary, you're not supposed to do that.
I said you could.
But basically, don't discount your service. Try and add things on. So every haircut list, for the month of January gets, like a head massage or a hair mask or, whatever different treatments you offer in salon so that you're not reducing, because you're basically saying that your haircut's not worth £40 just to fill your books.
See, for me as well, I get personally quite aggravated. See, when a bank does a deal for new customers only.
Yes, that's
and I'm
shocking.
like, well, I've been a loyal customer for 10 years.
Yeah.
So I've given you all the support to get you where you are. Or not maybe a bank, not me personally, a bank, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Keeping the Halifax going.
There I am. Here I go. Well, to be honest, with Amazon, I give them a lot of support. But, so where's the loyalty in giving something that exists? So that annoys me. That's a personal pet hate I've got when it's like new clients 10% off. Well, no.
Yeah.
No, it should be all clients.
Yeah.
If you're going to do it, do it for your loyal ones. They should get it more.
100%.
Actually, for me, my top tip is I was always trained to rebook your next appointments.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Rebooking.
Because then you know where you are.
Yeah. Yeah.
And for me, I'm 2 days a week. If I didn't rebook my next appointments, I tell you, they wouldn't get a space because I'm so busy.
People are less likely to cancel an appointment than they are, if they've already got one booked. Whereas if you don't have one booked, even if they love the way that you do their hair, they see somebody on Instagram, they go, oh, that looks quite a cool salon. If they don't have an appointment, then the loyalty isn't there the same. They're not going to cancel it and go and rebook and book with that salon.
I'd be so anxious if I had nothing in the diary and I knew that I had 40 people looking for their colour, but they weren't in. I'd be like, oh my goodness, how am I gonna? And then all of a sudden you get 12 people messaging on Monday night saying, can I get an appointment on Thursday?
I kind of get a bit like that in December because you think, I'm sure I've booked these people, but then see every time when they're leaving, I'm like, do you have your Christmas appointment on? And you're waiting and going, no, and you're like, I don't know where I'm going to put you.
I know, but
because the thing
make
is,
it work.
And you do put yourself under pressure. Even you can say a million times, make sure you book your appointment.
I didn't this year. I've got to say, I didn't work any extra days. I didn't stay any later. If you didn't have an appointment, unfortunately, you're going to need to wait till January.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
God,
nothing against people that actually do this, but I've never discounted in the full time I've been open.
Do you know? I also think as well, right? That's another thing where people say I'm looking for a new hairdresser, not expensive. Well, talk about undermining us. I think people think that we're stupid bimbo hairdressers, that there's no, they're just a hairdresser. It really rattles me because I think, no, we've got tax to pay. We've got overheads. We've got all the hidden costs that people don't think of. Do you know that when I cut your hair, your scissors need sharpened? Do you know that the razor blade that I've just used, I need to replace?
People don't care about that. People just see what's leaving their purse.
The tools I'm using are getting sterilised on you, and all of these things add up. There's £2 here, there's £1.20 there, there's £4 here, there's the staff wage, whatever, to become what you need. So if you're then saying, right, I need to earn blah, my staff get paid blah, and all my miscellaneous overheads are blah, and then you're reducing it, you're working for less than minimum wage. So when someone comes out and goes, I want a balayage, but I want a discounted price. Why? You wouldn't say that to your window cleaner. Or any chance that you could clean them a bit less, and I'll just pay you less.
She was on Facebook, one of these Glasgow pages, and someone had commented saying this was Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve. I can't remember the exact day, but it was one of them. Can someone come to my house and do my hair today? Hate going to salons. There were people saying yes.
I know.
I seen somebody asking on New Year's Day for a hair up, and I was like, "Whoa, who's working on New Year's Day? Good for you."
Right, somebody done it.
Well, two people had commented saying that they can come.
Then you go in and check the person that says they're doing it.
I know. I'm like,
it makes us
plus
cheap.
where are you going?
It cheapens us, like people doing things like that, like £15 cut and blow dries, cheapens the rest of us because you can't keep up with that.
That's my pet hate. I hate that so much. So, April, are you putting your prices up?
I haven't thought about it, but...
Right, so here's the last. I wanted to just quickly touch on this. What is your opinion about hairdressers that tell their clients their prices are going up?
So this is quite interesting, actually, because I've seen...
Should you, or should you just do it?
For some reason, I think because we have a connection.
Yep.
So you'll always hear that, well, Tesco doesn't tell me they're putting up. Tesco doesn't know who you are.
No, it's just Tesco, don't they?
But
Tesco.
we have a relationship with our clients. And you do understand that everything's going up in the cost of living and all that sort of stuff. But unfortunately, we still need to make...
Yeah.
Not unfortunately, sorry, it's just we need to make money.
I think the thing is, keep it very simple. The price is going up because everything else is going up. I think when people start putting a big paragraph like about all these things, like we'll have to do this. Nope, it's boring.
It's
like,
overwhelming.
I'm
I'm just saying it today so that maybe somebody will hear it and go, I never thought of the scissors getting sharpened.
But when it's in a big paragraph, it almost looks like you're saying, I'm really sorry, and you're trying, as if it's a bad thing. Like, do you know what I mean? It's I think keep it simple. It's what it is, and if they don't like it, there is plenty of places they can go.
That's it.
It's different for me because I've got online bookings. People booking, they can see the price.
Yeah.
I think for you, obviously, I think if a client's coming to you and they're used to a price, I think it's your duty to say, by the way, the next time the price is going to be.
I'm with you as well, because you build a relationship with someone, and you're like, if they come every 4 weeks and they're getting a route and their blah price, and then all of a sudden it's like, right, you're actually another £6.
Yeah.
It could be like.
Yeah.
Oh,
we just have like a wee thing at the desk, and it just says, as of 1st of April, there'll be a slight price increase. That's all you need to do.
Yep.
You don't have to go into big paragraphs and stories on Instagram.
I don't do it on Instagram
or
whatever,
as
but
if
I do get anxious about asking people for more money in real life.
But it's their choice to
I
spend
know,
it.
and that's something I've had to overcome, because as the price went up and up, I got to a
You
point
can only
in my
absorb
first
so much.
Yeah. And that's where I went wrong. In my first year of business as a salon, Goldwell went up twice. I didn't.
Yeah.
And then I started to be like, oh my gosh, and I was working more hours just to make the same as what I was the beginning. And I'm burning out. And then eventually I was like, right, no,
but
this
the thing
needs
is,
to go up.
If you charge what you're supposed to charge, you'll not need to work as hard. Okay, you might get some clients that will go somewhere else.
I know, but it makes it up. I know.
But you do maybe 3 clients instead of 6, but you get the money.
100%.
You get the work smart.
It's hard, because see, when the whole world's struggling and a loaf of bread's no longer 50 pence, it's £3.80. Tesco at it again.
People will still go and spend £500 on a pair of Valentino. Do you know, like, designers are still...
I know. So it's just hard when you've got the relationship. You want to help.
Yeah.
Human nature is to try and be as kind to people as you physically can. So
you just
but
attract
we have to remember
clients.
we're a business as well.
Yeah. And you can't overwork yourself. So
what are you talking about?
Lisa needs to learn that for 2020.
I've told her she needs to calm down, man. You need to chill out. You need to do some rubbing the armchairs and all that. You need to do the sight and touch or whatever. Look at something, rub something, and calm down. Have phone on. I'm like, Lisa, calm down. You running up the stairs? No, I'm making a brew.
I know.
I've just been doing this, and I've invented 3 things.
But it is great that you're so...
I know.
That you've got all that, but I do think you need to...
It does. Well, I'll finish with this. And obviously gets the new year now. As you know, I've had every hobby known to man. So I saw when you're scrolling through Facebook and it comes up with just the top 2 lines of a post. It was on the local residents page in my area. And it was like, are you looking for a new hobby? And instantly I'm like, what? What have we got? Always. I am looking for a new hobby. I clicked it, female rugby. I was like, I'm not looking for that hobby.
Nah.
Keep scrolling.
No.
And that's about one of the only. I was like, oh no, I want to make a quilt or something. I'll do some sewing or whatever.
I actually have, sorry, again, I know we're up for time. I have 2 clients that knit, see when I'm doing their colour, and it literally relaxes me so much.
Watching them.
The only way I can describe it is, and I know this sounds weird, I feel like I get like a tingling, warm sensation through my body. And I'm being
But you've sniffed too much hairspray.
It relaxes me so much.
That's how sauce spray was.
It relaxes me so much, honestly.
I'm like that. Rugby, absolutely not. Definitely, I've got the upper body strength of a kitten. I would be squashed to death.
Kittens
Doesn't matter how much weight I put on, I'd be on that page. Like, I'd be running away from the ball. Like, oh my God. Anyway, thank you for joining us once again, and we look forward to having you as a regular feature on the show.
Yeah.
Guy Guru. Guy Guru. I don't think that is a tongue twister
just
at all.
making up names.
No, we're duping him the Guy Guru.
Well, thank you for having me, and I'll be here every week if I need to be.
Excellent, if you need to be.
No, it's been
Sorry,
great.
if you want me to be. If you want me to be.
Thank you for coming. It's been so much fun.
It's been a good one.
As usual.
Thank you for watching, listening, liking and subscribing, and we will see you next week with more episodes and more guests. Goodbye.
Bye.